like Miami. Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the Miami Heat Beat postgame show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, for another big Heat win. They're scoring points. Who are they? With me today, Alphonse Sidney. What's up, man?
We need a supercut of everything I was wrong about.
We were all wrong, bro. I was thinking we're going to get into how wrong we were, but like in preseason, we watched these dudes lose to the third string Hawks.
Somebody just got to just repeat over and over me just saying they can't score.
We will also joining Tiffany Meeks, post-game debut this year. What's up, Tiff?
I mean, damn G, I've been on other things. I
know that's what I said. I specified post-game.
I'm at the secret location.
I specified. What's up? How we feeling?
I'm good. Good.
Positive.
Happy to be here. Oh, just shout out to Alf with my my hood. Shout out to Alf. Send me this.
The redacted hoodie. We got sausage.
Tiff, I don't work there no more.
I know it, but anything free, I gotta say thank you.
I donated my shit. Gonna be a homeless guy in Atlanta walking around with that shit. Toasty.
Joining us also, Coach Lou.
What is up? What is up?
The beam
Hella
is lit.
played.
The beam
Let's
is lit.
go. Yeah, the
Sausage
beam
cake
is lit.
The beam is stuck.
The beam.
At this point, I'm having too much fun. That shit is not
It's
coming
lit.
on.
It's blurry, but it's there. That other voice, Franky G.
They didn't win a game in the preseason. Oh,
They didn't. They didn't. They look
Spoach of
awful.
the year, sixth man of the year.
Coach of the year.
We got to start the segments.
Coach of the year's in place.
MIP of the year.
We got to start campaigning.
Also joining us today, maiden voyage on the program, K. Just K. That's it. The letter K. What's up, man? How you doing?
I mean, K-A-Y. I mean, any different Q-U-E. I mean, if you feeling good. I mean, I'm here, man. Just trying to figure out who these people are. Not you guys, the Miami Heat. I promise.
Imposters, I say. Imposters. Thank you for joining us today, Cam. We have a lot. Listen, we have a lot to get to. Tiff, I want to go straight to you. And I know that everyone's talking about how amazing their offense is. And that's the biggest surprise this season. And we're going to get into a lot of that. Today is another example. I mean, coming into today, they were third in defensive rating. Another game where they score 140 plus. But Tiff, I thought the defense today, after that first quarter, they clamped.
Right.
They rendered LaMelo Ball. I mean, he had an amazing first quarter. And after that, didn't do shit the rest of the game. Their mark has always been defense. Eric Spoelstra teams are always defense. Tiff, it's the most under the radar thing about them this season. And I think today was such a good example of how great they can be at that end.
So I think I said it was yesterday in the chat. I was saying that I'm most impressed with the help defense. Like we don't have like 8 outstanding, just lock you up guys, but the help defense is what has been outstanding. The rotations, the feet are moving, the hands moving, everybody's in the right spot, which is most impressive because let's not act like these guys were in the right spot last year because they weren't. So whatever happened between off season and now, everybody has bought in. It's very interesting though, because, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but that defense goes as Mitchell goes.
Mm-hmm.
I
think when he comes
are the most important.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I feel like I shouldn't have to speak on Bam at this point. He's been here long enough. We've talked about it ad nauseum, but Mitchell is the head of the beast.
Yeah, I was going to say also as Drew goes.
Right.
As like their point of attack goes in general.
But I just want to if we're talking about the starters, I want to go with Mitchell because I feel like we talk about him, but we don't really talk about his IQ and the way that he plays defense and the way that he sometimes it looks like he kind of gives you a little slack and then all of a sudden he's on you. And he has the ability to Yes, and he has the ability to make the ball handlers turn their hips. And once they start turning their hips, he's driving them into the help. And I just think that he started the year off great. And I think that that's what is like the catalyst for the defense. And then obviously you got Bam on the back end. But I just think that we really don't give him enough flowers when we talk about like just getting in there. Yes, Jaime does need that. I keep fucking up his name.
Jaime. Jeff, one of the things that I think is kind of speaks to what you're saying and how their point of attack is, how good Davion's been. So Miami kind of always, their defense is going to allow nothing at the rim. They shut the rim off. They may let you shoot from three. They may give up those kinds of shots, but they make sure that they, regardless if they're in drop or switching, they've always been, we're shutting the rim off. And this year's no exception. Only they're fourth in the league at opponent attempts at the rim. They allow the fourth fewest. And Charlotte is one of the I think they're number 5 or number 6 in attempts at the rim, right? So that's a team that gets to the rim a lot, and they're a decent three-point shooting team. Alf, Miami tonight allowed only 28% of Charlotte's offense came at the rim. I believe that's a season low for them. They force a lot of their offense through the mid-range and from three. That's just a recipe for their success. They are manipulating teams into shooting the shots that they want, and they beat that offense in a fucking track meet.
Yeah, I think what was interesting, like that first quarter, there was a lot going at the rim. And that's when we had Bam and Ware out there, which is I still kind of don't understand that. But Ware had, we can talk
That's
about
the next segment.
Yeah, we can talk about Ware later. He had a really rough game until, like probably the fourth quarter when, things were well.
Garbage time, the garbage time stats.
Yeah, but it was, but beyond that, like after that, they kind of just cut it off. And I will honestly say, if this team didn't give up so many second chance points, the defense would be even better. Like they like there's so many times their defense is so good and they just give up that offensive rebound and allow an easy score, allow that second chance score. I swear to God, every team in the NBA hits 100% from three off of offensive rebounds against us. Don't look it up. It's a fact. But beyond that, like the defense has been extremely solid. And as much as I love Duncan, as much as I love Tyler, and there's not a lot of guys that you can hunt out there. And in the reverse, these guys are actually scoring on the other end. Like guys like Davion and Drew are giving you something offensively. So like you actually have guys that are playing two ways instead of either a defensive specialist or offensive specialist. So you're getting guys like Davion is killing them on defense, and he's giving you rim pressure. Holy shit, guys. Rim pressure from the Miami Heat, like between Davion and Norm, who wasn't here tonight, but between Davion and Jaime, they're punishing the rim. And that drive and kick game is an actual drive and kick game now, not that bullshit we've been seeing where guys were just, running under the rim and just passing out to somebody in the corner. So there's just like, I feel like it's black magic because I don't really know how that, I never thought that this is what we would see in the first 3-4 games of the season. I'm hoping that is sustainable. But it's just been a joy to watch because we've just seen guys get after it on both ends of the floor.
Alf, they're killing you, brother. Asking how high is that damn ceiling in that room you're in?
Why am I echoing?
Oh, yeah. Crazy, bro.
You know what? I sold my couch, and I think that was absorbing some sound.
That shit, your couch must have been a sponge.
Hey, JD, big ass couch.
Sponge situation.
Yeah. I'll just sit here and look cute for the rest of the show.
Kay, I want to talk to you a bit about what the Heat did to LaMelo today, because LaMelo came out, and again, Tiff, I'm glad that you brought up Davion at the top, because he was really kind of what I marked it in our show notes today. What a good help defender he is, what a good on-ball guy he is. He had that rip. I think it was Hawkes or Wiggins was on him in the second quarter. He does a spin move, and Davion's right there and rips the ball from him. Kay, defensively, what did he have? Like 18 in the first quarter or something like that. Finished 20 in the game. Finished on 30% shooting.
He had 15 in the first.
Yeah, 18 in the first.
Yeah.
Pretty much made nothing off of his passes. Pretty much the entire second half. What did you see? Because to me, that was a guy coming into today that the national media was like, oh, he's different this year. Like he's a winner this year. Eric Reed on the broadcast was saying that. What were you seeing?
I mean, to everybody's point, and I think Tiff mentioned it when she mentioned Davion, and not to go too far back there, but it's when he's doing that stuff, he's setting them up with his intelligence. And that play specifically speaks to what they were trying to do to LaMelo Ball all night, which was put him in a position to have to make decisions. And when you put LaMelo Ball in a position to have to make decisions, oftentimes he's not going to make the right one. Not to, an ode back to last year's reports, but he's going to run the light every chance you give him. So when you put him in a position where the right play is to make the pass, then what he's going to do is try to score. So they frustrated him while at the same time seemingly giving him what he wants. But overall, from a total defensive unit perspective, I think they did exactly what Davion has been doing for the better part of the season, which is baiting them into doing exactly what they wanted them to do, making them make a decision and then making the best reaction after that. And that caused them to, he got off initially, which was them allowing, them setting the trap. And then as you alluded to, that trap slowly started to take form. And he was unable to get it back from a playmaking perspective or a scoring on his own perspective for the better part for the most of the night, which didn't impact the game on their perspective.
Alf, they're saying that you're flexing your crown molding. That Alf's ceiling higher than Jaylen Brown's hairline. Somebody did say the fan slapping the sound back.
Is it now? I feel like I got to talk quiet.
Oh my god!
Why sound like Alf trying to read somebody a story? He trying not to wake up Rozier.
Oh my god!
Is it better now? Can you hear me?
I was trying not to jinx this
It
start.
goes that world map.
It's
on
just
Alf
a low
gets
echo
smaller
now.
every pod.
I'm in the same room I've been in. It has to be that couch, man.
Somebody say seductive Alf.
I was getting the biggest couch for next week.
I gotta put some just blankets back there.
You're listening to Power 96, the Love Hour.
The Quiet Storm.
They don't know about that.
I don't know about
Two Americas, Tiff. Two Americas.
Two Americas.
Want to give a quick shout out to Fez Butter. Thank you for the 25. We appreciate that. And to Vane Hype, who gifted a sub to Jaime Hawkins Jr., who's really the subject of our next conversation. Actually, Frankie, I actually want to talk about the Heat Zone first.
Thank you.
Before we get into that, because I felt that it was the first time that they brought out the zone all year.
Me too.
I cannot recall a time. Interesting, right? To obviously one of the backbones of Eric Spoelstra defenses is going to be that they're going to play a lot of zone. They're going to be weird. They're going to do that. They're going to muck it up. Good day to pull it out. I thought it was really effective in kind of part slowing down Charlotte's dribble penetration, and they did give up a lot of threes, but they weren't hitting them. I liked it. Wanted to know what your thoughts on were with that.
I thought it was a great choice to deploy it because I thought the Heat first quarter, they were very jumpy. They were over closing, jumping at jumpers left and right and opening up drives, opening up their hips for straight line drives. I've never seen the Heat get beat off the dribble so bad, so often this season. And it kind of settled them in to get their help in the right place and stop the drives. And, you live with the shooting. But they were getting way too many easy looks on driving kicks in the first quarter. You mentioned LaMelo. LaMelo started 5 of 8 and finished 1 for 10. So like that's the thing. It was Sexton. It was Knuppel. Like they had everybody had a driving kick game going and letting everyone get going because of all the overhelping and the over aggressiveness helping at the rim and gambling. And I thought the zone did a great job of settling them down, balancing, and they were great the rest of the game. But I think that, like, the defense has to be talked about, man. The defense, the rotation, the perimeter help, Fontecchio, even like guys are getting beat, but they're so much longer and bigger than they usually have been. So like the help has been way stronger. They did switch bust all over the Hornets.
Chat is frying K and Lou's interior decorating. I'm dying.
What people didn't know is that the whole reason this was here is because we've been hiding K back there
all season, bro.
For his just yeah, we've been like, if I don't want to
y'all
unveil
gotta
it, but
chill. Everybody, just take a minute.
We thought it was a
Just
Korean
calm
mistake.
down. I'm not used to this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm finding it hard to keep myself together over here.
Tiff, they said that we find him at the crossroads so he won't be lonely.
So I won't be long. Y'all
know.
missed
Boom, boom, boom.
Immediately, I want to go.
comment
Boom,
earlier.
boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
They said,
Okay.
"Hey, do you miss
Maybe I can call my
everybody?"
Uncle Charlie and he can bring me some more furniture. I don't know.
That nigga sent me a
Welcome
couch.
to Miami Heat Beat. The one I was dying at because they're just saying how bare the walls is. Somebody said Kay and Lou bumping into each other at Ikea with 2 empty cars. That's the one that brought.
Yeah, that's the one that started the tears. I was over here like, I hope somebody like don't point
I
it
was
out.
like, bro,
crying.
it was his first day, bro. Chill. Let this man
Jesus.
live. Let this man
Welcome,
free.
welcome.
They
Okay,
welcoming you
Mr.
though. They
Curry.
welcoming you.
That's
G has yet to send me furniture. It's been 3 years here.
I mean, Tim's still waiting on her chair.
I have
I'll
a shelf,
swap-
you guys. I don't know what you got. It's a shelf back there.
well,
You guys see that shelf?
Lou,
Hey,
Lou
Lou-
has a Lou. Lou
I
has
got
a little wall.
all I got was a light. I got it for Christmas 3 years ago. Alf had to give back his couch. Little does he know it's on the way to G. G is just taking everything from us at this point.
I need
And
one of
that
them
was the
sound
woman's touch.
absorbing
That was your
shells.
girlfriend's gift.
Oh, man.
I can recommend some out. I know where some good shelves at.
Kay
That
knows
looks
a
like
guy.
some solid piping.
We had Pablo in prison. It looked like.
Man.
Chat says
They
Sir
in
was
rare
real.
form tonight.
Alf just sold his couch. I can't breathe. Much like the Hornets offense in that second half.
Ew.
Gotta get listen. We've spent good amount of time talking about their defense, and I think we just want to kind of highlight
one quick stat for the
Yes, sir.
and the defense. So Hornets came in with the second ranked offense, 125.6 offensive rating. Heat held them to 109.
Mm.
Yeah, just
That's
just
elite.
huge. Yeah, just I mean, I didn't think that their offense would be this good, so it's why like it really kind of dominates every
Yeah.
conversation. But I mean, their defense is just better than last year. And I'll say this as we close out the conversation about the defense. And this is not to like talk down to those guys. Duncan Robinson is not as good a defender as Fontecchio, and that just may be a size thing. And Tyler Hero is obviously not as good a defender as Drew Smith or Davion Mitchell. And I think when you're playing those guys who are just positive defensive players, and in Fontecchio's case, I don't think he's been like picked on in a way that you're and like they will target him, but he survives enough and they have enough help around him that it's not a total blow by. There's a little bit of time to get some recovery and stuff. And I think some of that's made the difference. Jaquez being a real, like, he's not bad. Like, he's improved on that end too. Like, he's not getting killed and targeted and picked on, and he's not like spinning around looking for his man. So just, I think all around everybody's improved and they're just playing fewer negative defensive players. But kind of, Lou, to kind of build on Jaquez, I mean, is he their second best player?
I don't even.
Is
I
he
don't
their
even-
best player? I have to ask.
He's
Calm
he's-
down.
I know. I just
Calm
have
down.
we have to ask.
Look, I understand the question, and if I had to say through 4 games, he's been their most impactful player or one of the most impactful players. It's very, I think it's very obvious to say that. Like the display that he put on just today in the first quarter when the offense was a little bit clunky because the starters still can't figure anything out. He was getting to the rim. We saw 2 3-pointers fall. He shot, I believe he shot 4 threes today. What was that? Season high. He attempted 4 of them. Like it's good that he's doing it inside out. We saw him. I saw Jaime get his bounce back. I've never seen that. I don't
the
even
dunk.
The dunk was incredible. The blow by, guy on his back, guy in front of him. It didn't matter. Ball, get the ball at the basket. It was.
Yeah, I mean,
it was
we have that play. I mean, just
a beautiful.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Are you?" I thought that was gone. I mean, the injuries to him last season, he had no explosiveness, and I mean, this is just clear out detonation.
And G, you want to know what's the most impressive thing off that? He jumped off of 1 foot, and Jaime is not a 1 foot jumper, but him adding the 1 foot jump there is him being able to rise up quickly enough to actually, not let the rotation fully get there. Is something we actually saw Kendrick Nunn do a lot. Yikes! I'm sorry about that name, up guys. I apologize.
Get him out of
But
Taking a breath.
Jesus, I'm sorry. But no, Jaime's been super effective. It's not just been scoring the ball, it's really been facilitating. He did a great job again today, passing and playmaking and getting looks for other guys and extra swings, pushing pace again. Like the Heat had 106 pace today. Like again, like this is 4 straight games of over 100 pace. I don't think they had that last year in total. I might have to check the stats, but it was truly, you know, he's really opened up the offense, and this offense is really opening up the floor for him because it's so much better spacing, more quick decisions, not as much holding the ball. The defense doesn't have a chance to get set, and that's when Jaime is at his best. When the defense is back on their heels, he's really punishing guys, strength, finesse. Like it's a lot easier for all the up and unders and the pump fakes to work and the footwork to look better when guys are already one step behind and they feel like they have to recover, as opposed to when they're just staying there waiting for it, you know. And
you know, it's not even just the explosiveness; it's the fact that he's like splitting these defenders and finding seams and stuff. Like whereas last year, like he would have just got stonewalled or did a spin move into a turnover. He's finding these little seams, and I'm talking about on the drive, not just off of cuts. With the ball in his hand, the ball handling in traffic has been absolutely amazing. Like he's not turning the ball over like he was last year.
Yeah, he was jump stopping and getting stuck. Like it had nothing to do. Like he's being so decisive. His drives have check out Nikias's timeline. He was highlighting the drives, how effective he's been. But he came into today 5 free throw attempts for the season, had 8 in the second quarter. Just being aggressive, like carried the team with all that decisiveness and aggression. And this begs the question: what the hell did he eat in Mexico last year?
Right.
Because God, this is not the same guy. This cannot be the same guy.
But here's the funniest thing: this is the guy from the first season. This is like it's funny because I don't see anything new. I see everything improved upon from season 1. It's like last year never happened.
Correct.
Which is great. I'd like to stay that way.
Yeah, I think it's a scheme really helping him. Oh yeah, go ahead.
His overall feel for the game continues to elevate. Like what you're seeing from me is just him understanding now where he's supposed to be, where everybody else is supposed to be, and not only that from his own team's perspective, but from the defense perspective. To everybody's point, I think when you mentioned like his ball handling, his ability to navigate traffic, there was a sequence in the second half where things started to get sloppy. He got the ball on their side of the front court, and I think he literally navigated everybody on the Hornets defense with his handle, got everybody set back up on the Heat side of the court, and initiated the offense from there. And I mean, you're just seeing that thing rear his head, whatever that thing is. I don't know if it's what he ate in Mexico. I don't know if it's the work he's done. I don't know if it's him feeling healthier. I don't know what it is, but all of that stuff combined with the improvements like the 1-foot jumper, just the small tweaks that's showing he has a better feel and understanding for the game. I'll point to this too. Later in the game, LaMelo was like under the rim covering him. It was him and LaMelo. It was almost like he looked at everybody else. He's like, wait a minute. And he saw LaMelo and he immediately began to bully him. Like the things like that show you that he's a step ahead of everybody else. And that leverage thing you talked about as well. When he got you downhill, the up and unders, all of his moves work because you're at his own wheel. He got you on your heels. You have to react to everything, and he's dictating everything else. But that comes from a greater understanding and feel for the game. So to your point, it's nothing new. It's just more enhanced. And last year was a blip.
I think one of the things that has been like really helpful for him is, it's been documented. Miami's using fewer ball screens this year, right? They're upping pace and they're not running as much on-ball pick and roll. They're doing a lot of off-ball stuff. And I think what's helping him is there's no switching. And he's, because oftentimes he's either getting rebounds or he's an outlet to push the pace. Defenses are sagging, right? Because they're trailing. So Bam is shooting more threes. He's not rolling off of those transition baskets or those semi-transition baskets. He's kind of trailing to the 3-point line, and there are a lot of actions where he kind of gets there. He gets a cross matchup, and he's like, all I have to do is beat my guy one-on-one because the weak side guy is not a center. It's not a big. My big is behind me, right? So when he's just beating his man, help is small, and he could do that. He's always been able to deal with smaller players. I think he struggled with length. And because they're not setting on-ball screens, there's no switching. There's no fucked up matchups. There's nobody in drop right? Kind of daring him to shoot the ball, which I think that's where he struggled, right? Where he's put in a position where he has to shoot. This system has kind of allowed him to be like, I can just take the ball and go to the basket. If I do a spin move and flow into a post up, that's better than us wasting 14 seconds on the shot clock for me to kind of get position and post up a guy. So everything has kind of really flowed. They're cutting on the baseline really well too. So like the help is moving, he's active, and I do think he's a smart player and he's making way faster decisions. And I don't know if he's their best player or not, but I think he's certainly been one of their 3 best players this season. I think it's between him, Norm, and Bam. And I think they all do a lot of different things. But I mean, Alf, is that crazy?
I think he's been their most consistent player, if anything.
I agree.
Yep.
Even going back to, if we're counting preseason, 100%.
Yeah, Norm had one game where he was a little bit off. He didn't play tonight. Bam, his offense has been super uneven. We've talked about it a lot on the show. But Jaime, going back to the preseason, like, and that's the thing, the stuff we saw in the preseason, it felt real, but like you don't know until you actually see it working and happening. And it's I mean, both ends of the floor. Like, I mean, we've talked about it a lot. And one of the things I really, really liked about Jaime today, in the third quarter, we started to see the turd happen, right? They scored like 4 points in like the first like 5 minutes of the third quarter. I was like, oh, okay, we got, this is the Heat offense I know and love. Like, we're back, baby. Jaime comes in and it's like a spark plug, hit the floor, right? It's just he got the team back to the style of play that they were playing and doing so well with in the first half. And that's the kind of thing that's the kind of thing we didn't see last year. Like, we saw them start, the third quarter started happening and they could never get themselves out of that hole. And we would just see them. And same thing in the fourth quarters when the team started to come back, we would just start to see the team just crumble and fall apart. This team has, outside of that game in Orlando, that the last few minutes were a little bit iffy. We've seen this team step on other teams' necks, which we haven't seen in a long time, and we've also seen this team go through dry spells and come out of it and just not lose complete confidence in everything they're doing.
He has been just a godsend. And I mean, in the first half alone, 20 points, 5 for 6 field goals, 2 threes, plus 24 without a fucking screen. It's insane. And the bench got off to a 26-0 start, Tiff. Like, their bench is a strength and they're throttling teams. And he's a huge reason why. Like, we talked about it. Tiff, I don't remember if I said this on the show with you, Alf, and Snotty, but I was like, their bench is going to be a real problem for them this year because I looked at the bench and I was like, who's supposed to make something happen? And it's just been the opposite. If anything, the starters are not very good this year. The Khalil, Bam, Norman Powell, Davion lineup has been minus.
Wiggins.
I was like, that was the one I was forgetting. So 2 bigs, Wiggins, Bam, and Davion. And the bench unit has been amazing. And Jaime's like the guy.
Well, we already established that he looks comfortable. I think, and that's the thing, he looks comfortable, and like Nico looks comfortable getting to his spots, getting where he wants, handling in transition. There's space for them. When you had Jimmy and Tyler and Bam, and then what other players you wanted to insert into those lineups, there wasn't space for any of these young guys. And I think that might have also been a problem with Jaime last year, outside of like, whatever flu he had or whatever he did, there just wasn't really space in his second year for him to grow, because we were still trying to chase that ring. We were still trying to do all these different things. And this season, like, all these young guys are getting to play, which is great. Some of the combinations I'm not a fan of, but at some point, all of this will flush itself out. But I like what I see from them. I think that the curiosity will be once Tyler comes back and how the deck is reshuffled, because whatever you're getting from these guys, you can't lose it. And that's the one thing, because if you lose it, you're also going to lose the confidence that they have. So you want to make sure that you still get all these guys in the game, in the flow, but also allow them to do what they've been doing.
Yeah, Tiff, I think something we've talked about a lot has been like last year's team. They had a lot of guys in roles that they weren't comfortable in, and that, or they were too big of roles. Like Tyler's a good player, had a really strong season last year. He is not a guy give that much usage and have great results. And look at this, practically the same team with the exception of Norm and Fontecchio. They have a lot more ability to share the wealth, share the responsibilities, and it starts defensively. Again, third-ranked defense. We talk about the offense because it was so horrid and putrid the last 3 seasons, and it's still only ranked like 12th coming into tonight. So defensively, there's no weaknesses. They're sharing the ball. They're aggressive defensively. They're getting out and running. And what I love the most is in the fourth quarter, they did not stop running. They did not play to not lose the game. They kept hitting ahead. They kept being aggressive, and they had like 29 points with like 3 minutes left, and they emptied the bench. And that's something we need to continue going forward.
So Frankie, and that's something that I was thinking about tonight, because when Jaime came in, when Nico came in, and like you said, they kept running. What I guess I hadn't really thought about is this will enable us to keep the pace up. Because if you can bring in these fresh bodies, everybody gets a rest, and you can keep scoring and also keep your defensive pressure on without falling off a cliff, without Bam on the court, without Davion on the court, you can win games.
Absolutely.
You can win games. And I think that that's the biggest thing, is that these guys are coming in waves and you're not really falling off.
Everybody has bought into the whole pace situation, and you see it from, guys like when anybody comes in, Fontecchio, he's trying to get the ball up court. Nico's trying to push the ball up court. Make or miss, they're getting the ball up court. And that speaks back to something that you had said earlier, Tiff, which is it's not on ball screens. It's freedom. It's okay. I got my man in front of me. Let me check the situation. I'm going to beat him. And there's nobody else there because everybody's maintaining their spacing. And that's just the nature of the offense. So the defense know they can't commit too much because then a guy is wide open, because that's just the way it's set up. And back to that whole thing that you mentioned, I didn't know how, you treated, 22's name around, and some people treated as okay. So
that's not my Voldemort or whatever.
Right. You were trying, not y'all. I just don't know. They were trying to run the Jimmy situation with other people, and that speaks to like people being put in wrong roles. This offense isn't everything focused around that guy, which was what they were trying to put Tyler Hero in, even though it's a different manifestation because he does it a little bit different than Jimmy did. Effectively, they were trying to do the same thing, and it just didn't work because he's not him. Not better, not work. He's not him. So it didn't work. This team wasn't built like that because you had to play a certain way, which speaks to the whole thing. So I think that opening it all up, you even see guys like Andrew Wiggins having the more freedom to get to his spots. Because I even look at those, and I want him to convert more. It makes me mad when he get right down to the rim, 10 foot, and he does a little push shot out the back of the rim. But him being able to get that is something different, because like too many times in the last 4 seasons, you're looking at this Miami Heat team waste 24 whole seconds or go on long droughts so they can't even get off a look. And that's another thing. And I'll say this quickly to wrap up. I thought it was Norm, but it seems to be something to offensive philosophy. Because I said this from game one. Norm Powell never seen a shot he didn't like. And I love that. Because watching a team that struggled to get off a shot in the last 4 years, like, yo, we needed that. Hey, if you got to take it, if you can get off a good one, get it off. But that seems to be a team-wide thing. And, that's just something to be appreciated. Until you guys point about the pace. If they can continue that, I dare say the sky's the limit.
I actually thought
at least out ceiling. At least out.
I honestly thought, like, to your point, Kate, I thought in the first quarter they were a little hesitant for the first time in a while. It was weird. I felt like I was like, oh my, why are we passing up some good shots here? Like, I didn't like. It was almost like they were doing the whole over.
Maybe the no norm effect. Maybe the no.
It was,
effect.
And I
right.
think
They had to adjust.
Because Pella is not. That's not his mentality. Pella's not. If my thing, Pella, you got a little bit of space, shoot the shot. You're a decent shooter, right? Keep the defense honest. But there was a little bit too much sharing the ball early. I think once again, Jaime came in and knocked like he knocked those tendencies right out of the team, and they got back on track.
I really loved Pell's minutes, and I know that he hasn't gotten a ton of playing time, and I know that that's just an Eric Spoelstra-ass move to not put the next best player in, but to just not mess with the rotation. And obviously their bench has been so strong this season that you don't want to mess with that. But Lou, Pell's your boy. 17 big ones today. Did not put him on the show sheet, so this is a late show edition, but I wanted to give him a shout because I think 17, 5, and 3 on really good shooting, 50% from 3. You can't, just a plug and play guy like that who's young. And that's what, listen, we said this, and I'm going to go back to this a lot this season, Lou. We were asked, like, what would make this season a success? And we always said to try new stuff with the offense and play your young guys. And I love that we got both today. The young guys played, hey, Pell, you're going to start. Let's see what you can give us. And look, he played well, played within the system. And everything about the season has been almost so surreal that we're getting all that we want. And like I said, I just want to give your guy a shout because I know that's your boy, and he was awesome.
I think to Alf's point in the first quarter, he was just a little hesitant from beyond the 3-point line in particular. I don't even think he was really getting that many looks. He got a lot of his off of scoring, off of offensive putbacks. But ultimately, throughout the entire 30 minutes, the most impressive, there's two things that really, really caught my attention stat-wise from Pell's game. The first of one is 0 fouls. That's 30 minutes of Pell Larson with 0 fouls is a win, because that's typically been his issue with staying on the floor, committing some like ticky-tack fouls. Really defended this game. It wasn't like his physicality wasn't there. He just didn't foul. And the second thing and the most important thing, especially offensively, is he attempted, it says 6 3-pointers. I'm going to give him 5 because one was at the end of the quarter and it was like whatever. But he attempted 5 3-pointers in 30 minutes. And I think that is ultimately where his bread and butter is going to be in this league. I know the type of hustle defender, the type of connective playmaker he is. We saw the lob to Bam. How many hit-aheads did he hit today? It felt like every single rebound he got defensively, he was hitting the head, whether it was to Fontecchio, he got Jaime on one, he had Bam on a lob in the first, he was hitting Wiggins on a couple. Like, he was just really pushing pace and really playing that connector role, and that's what he's good at offensively. However, the question offensively for him has always been, where's the volume 3-point shooting wise, and how effective can he be making it? He was good on both today, and defensively again, I thought he did a very solid job, whether it was on Colin Sexton, whether it was on Zion James or on Con Knipple, on LaMelo when he was matched up on him. I thought he did a solid job, and ultimately Norm being out and you being able to plug him and keep the rotation literally the same way did wonders for the team in terms of like the bench unit having the camaraderie and just knowing how to play off each other. Like, I thought Pell's been great. I'm so happy he got some run today, and he got 31 minutes and he made the most of it. Like, he was effective. He was everywhere. He was active. He's what you wanted to be. I'm just ecstatic. That's my what is it? Swedish chocolate.
Is that really how you say that dude's name?
What, Pella?
Knipple?
Yeah, it is Knipple. It's crazy.
I thought EB was playing.
Eric was going crazy. Knipple. The cut.
I said it. My girl turned. She said, "Who?"
Alf. His name is Con Knipple, double K. All his siblings are KK.
Sounds about white.
Yeah.
And he's German.
No
Well,
way.
Con Knipple was canoodling us from 3.
It was. He sure
Frankie, we got some film today because there's a lot of really good stuff that was going on here. We're gonna make this into a more organized segment.
Yes.
Hopefully next week. But we got some good stuff today. I mean, we got a lot of really defense and offense. I mean, we went through the Jovic. I'm sorry, the Jaquez dunk. We didn't even talk about Jovic today. Another just solid game from him. What do you got for us, Frankie?
Yeah, I wanted to highlight some of the defensive plays here. I love this rotation here. Look at the swarm. Drew, Jaime steps up, Bam steps up. You see Drew dropping down to the big for the rotation. Bam holds his man, steps up, they forces the kick. Jaime swarms. Then Fontecchio helps. They take a heave at the end at the buzzer for an air ball. I just like the amount of activity, like this connectiveness with this bench unit and Bam has been so wonderful to watch. Like the aggressiveness, they can throw a double team at LaMelo when he's getting hot and trap him in the corner. Smart. Drew's helps have been so key. Jaime, great rotation. Bam's ready to help. Drew rotates. Bam contains his man, forces the kick. Like this is just swarming Heat defense. And like this is what we talked about last time, that they're not physical, they're not fouling a lot, but they are felt. They are aggressive. You see them on drives, and this is when they started getting into their groove. Did you want to add something on that, G?
No, I thought you covered everything. I did like what Chad said, how Curse is brass, that the only game he watched was the
I wanna add a little something, because I think Frankie brought up a good point. Not just like the connectivity, but like this specific unit. So the Drew, Fontecchio, Jaime, Jovic, Bam, that's been their best lineup all season stat wise. And today they were like they were plus 77 net rating. So it continued today, and that lineup has continued to dominate, which is crazy.
Yeah, and I wanted to highlight here Nico's one of the only guys, and him and Jaime are the only ones in the post. Look at this turnaround, man. This reminds me of what when he was getting drafted, just like what he wanted to show off. Like great screen by Drew here. You highlighted that earlier, G. But look at the how fluid that was, one-legged fadeaway. I love that offense, and they started clearing out the corner a lot more for everybody's post up. So I thought that was a great adjustment by the coaching staff and the team.
That's a good example of like not needing a ball screen to get a good shot, right?
Yeah.
Like all that work was done off ball, right? And it was, 16 on the clock, which is I think a little later than they've been used to starting. But Jovic made a quick move, right? It was quick and decisive. Yeah,
and Drew does a great job getting out of there. So he's a release valve if Nico needs to hit that. If trade doubles, Drew's right there with great spacing, and the ball has been moving with that unit. I love that unit so much. And then we got a couple more plays here. Which one's this one? Bam said, "Oh, that's Fontecchio, man. Like this is what I love when you use Bam as a passer. Let him be a hub. Run plays off ball. Drew comes off the screen from Nico, and then they set a double screen for Fontecchio coming up. He's wide open.
That's a Duncan Robinson play. That's a Duncan Robinson.
They've been doing that since Ray, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's a Spo classic. And again, all the work done off ball, right? Like you don't need high pick and roll.
Exactly.
He gets a shot, smaller guy closing out. You love it.
You don't have a pick and roll ball handler that's going to get you good looks. Why are you running pick and roll so much?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they don't have an elite guy who's going to, make stuff happen. This next play is one that I wanted to talk about. He has such a beautiful release too. Fontecchio has been such a great player for them.
I called it.
Yeah, this is one that I wanted to go through because I thought this really highlighted what they do well in this new system. And this is going everything from pushing pace to no ball screen. So you see like Jaquez, it has the ball and he's bringing it up. Look where Bam is on the play. I'm going to stop it. Bam's a trailer here and Jaquez is coming up the wing. And when this is kind of semi-transition, right? He pulls up his dribble. Look at the geometry of the court. The bigs are attending, they're not like waiting in the paint for Jaquez, right? So Bam's man is shading Jaquez a bit. There is a defender in the paint. Pell is going to cut baseline, and this baseline cut from like left to right has been a really important part of them not using screens because they are constantly moving. There is motion everywhere. So this is used to clear a corner. So Larson's going to go from one side to the other. Jaquez now, all he has to do is beat his man. 14 there is shading, not a full commitment. Bam's been a good shooter this year, and we're going to run this. He just needs to beat him off the dribble. No help. He gets by. All he has to do is get by his guy. There is no help because Pell Larson took the help to the other side. And look, Bam's still open at the three-point line. That's their new offense in a nutshell. Fast, decisive, no room for switching, no room for anything.
Yeah, last year they would have cut right when Jaime was driving the ball. They would have brought the help over. The cut is early enough. Jaime times it perfectly, like you said. And it also helps that Bam's there because if it's a miss and they get in transition, you got Bam first line of defense back.
And Wiggins, by the way,
Yeah.
who's also like long. Those are like your two of your front court players.
Jaime definitely would have spun and threw that out of
Oh my
bounds.
god! And then he would have spun and did
Into a
the
pump
pump
fake.
fake like 8 times.
Oh no, the cutter runs his defender into an accidental steal. Absolutely.
Literally, bro.
And he's behind the cutter, so he's not even an option. I thought this was a great driving kick by Bam, but low pass, but Pell, beautiful, ready. Like that was a knock on Pell, that he's a good shooter, but he wouldn't shoot. Great drive, a great kick, and Davion keeps the ball moving. Davion quiet, 9 assists today.
Incredible.
Like I love that. He's had 6 assists every game minimum. He's been fantastic. On paint pressure, moving the ball defensively. I'm sorry, Davion can, like, if we're gonna talk about the perimeter guys who should get benched, it should be Wiggins. But
I mean that's a conversation for another
That's
show.
next pod.
Listen, we're positive.
Frankie
today.
talking
Today's-
my language now.
Today's a fucking happy day, bro. Today's a happy day. K's on his first appearance. We're happy today. Big win. And listen, we've been closing out the shows this way. It's the hottest new segment this side of Gaga. It's, do you work on that shot?
What kind of shot is that?
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No.
Whoa.
Have you ever shot that shot?
Looking for Steph. Now Draymond's got it. What did he do that for? Draymond.
Do you work on that shot?
Yes! Oh!
When?
It's Cody Martin, you gotta hit it! Oh!
Step back, one leg and leg.
To Bargnani. What is he doing?
What kind of shot is that?
As there are highlights, there are lowlights. And I'm sick of this guy shooting shots. What is he doing? What is Khalil Ware doing? Why does he have the greenest light? And that shit is neon. Does he work on that, Tiff?
Man, I mean, listen, he hit him in garbage time, but I just feel like at some point you're 7 feet. I need you closer to the basket.
I need you not missing.
Well, I think that's part of the problem when him and Bam are on the floor together. They feel like they have to give each other space, and somebody has to be on the perimeter shooting.
But they really don't. It's not like either one of them got post games.
Not a single drop.
And there's too many times I see Ware pass up an open 3, but then take some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Going back to the 3-point line, feet aren't set, has to set himself. But he had like 7 looks where he could have legitimately just stood there and shot, and he wasn't. But
He should never step back.
It's
He
a
should
step
never.
back for me. It's very Rozier-esque. Shout out to the Terry boy.
man,
He did it again, Frankie. He did it again, which is he's the star of this segment. Another one, just on the other side, bro. Look at that. I hate early clock threes like that, bro.
Right. I don't like that either.
He's
rather
the
him
king
at
of
least-
irrational threes.
I'd
Like,
rather
he's
him at
taking like
least try
7
to-
of them.
First pass of the possession too.
Right. Or I don't even care if he tries to put it on the floor. Like something other than that.
hey, that one more acceptable than the previous one. In my opinion.
definitely.
This is okay with me. But
Both
Not
him
early.
and Bam. If him and Bam move with the ball and then shoot a 3, I don't believe it's going in every single time. If they're set and they just shoot, I got a good feeling about it. But like if Bam, takes the slightest move and shoots, it's not going in.
Yeah, it's them two and Wiggins. The combination, just those 3 are non-respectable shooters.
Yeah.
Wiggins
If
loves
either of
to-
those 3 shoot before like 20 seconds on the shot clock, that's a terrible shot.
It's bad. No, K's absolutely right. And
Wiggins loves to like fade out of bounds and
I was gonna
chuck
say,
a 3 from the corner.
can we? Hey, next time on this segment, can we just do Wiggins shots? Because he had like 6 of them today.
Fuck it. Next show we do all Wiggins.
He was shooting 15-foot hook shots, and I was like, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
I thought about
Pardon
that
my
with the
language.
Bam post-ups early in the game.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
I'm glad they
unfortunately-
stopped. Oh my God.
Unfortunately,
Bam had
he does work on that shot. He's just
Bam had
bad
a
at
rough
it.
first quarter, but he bounced back.
We got some for the Hornets too. Biggest piece of shit in the league, Miles Bridges, is gonna take. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Is that foot on the line too? Air ball. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
I'm glad Wiggins got that on him.
Yeah, dude. He's too busy throwing things at his children to hit the net. We have another air ball by a Hornet.
That was
Say-
a straight
say-
pass.
Hold up, G. Say his name.
Salon?
It's close enough. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
French. Make him French.
Salon. Salon. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, man. Oof. Rough one. Rough one over there.
We didn't even show LaMelo. I mean,
Oh
Spared
man,
his-
he
spared
start
his ass.
those one-legged fading away, one arm.
the worst thing, Tiff, tell me if when he hit those first 4 threes, I was like, well, he's done for the night.
I knew that. As soon as the last one went in, I was like, that's it.
Oh.
He spent all his energy right there
Well-
with the one legs.
He's gonna fall in love with it at that point. You know it. He's like, oh, I'm feeling it tonight. And so he's knocking. And every time he drove, almost every single time, good things happen. And I mean, and Davion was doing his fucking thing, but it's still it's hard to stop. I mean, he's big for a point guard.
You know,
When he gets
Alf,
downhill, it was hard to stop him. But instead,
the
he just kept settling.
quintessential- Alf, he's the quintessential play you into a game and immediately play you out of the game.
And
We got one of those.
did I miss something happening to Colin Sexton?
I don't know.
He only played 27 minutes.
He wasn't getting the ball either.
Trying to lose.
Yeah, they wasn't passing to him when he was out there.
Hey, I want to say something. I fucking love Colin Sexton. I would love him here.
I
Even
would
though they
too.
have a lot of guards. I just
He ain't
I'm a
got no
big-
room.
I'm a
we-
big
we
Colin
got-
Sexton fan. I'm a big
We got
I
Drew
am
Smith
too.
at home.
But we
we got Drew Smith out.
we got no room at the end, G.
Yeah, Tyler should take people's minutes. Let me. I want to give a quick shout out as we close out here. I want to give a quick shout out to our audience because you guys, the numbers have been unreal every show. I mean, we're going live and we planned these shows to go not that long, but you guys are here and chat is as rocking as it's ever been. You guys are on your game. There's a lot of energy for what we're doing right now and for the team. So I want to thank you guys. If you're listening on the podcast or watching on YouTube, get in here, man. Like, come watch the shows live. It's so much fun. I mean, we only show you there's so much funny stuff that chat says, and the way that everyone's engaging in the community is really fun. So if you're listening on the replay or listening on Spotify or whatever, try to join live. It's a lot of fun. Appreciate our panelists today. Kay,
Hey, but
appreciate
wait.
you.
By the way, even if
Yes,
you
sir.
watch live, still download the podcast because that's where we make our money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Listen, if
Just
you want to help
make-
us, have that shit to auto download and then just have it delete
Make-
the next day.
Yeah.
You don't
Please.
understand.
Play, swipe, and play.
You want to support this show?
The
for
Twitch
free?
subs
Yep.
from Prime. I don't know how that works. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
people. Listen, we had
take
some
those.
subs today. People were rocking the chat, and it's fun. It's
We're
an
gonna do some
environment
sub goals.
Listen.
We're gonna do some sub goals.
Yeah, chat. Give us some ideas, and we'll pick the best one and start doing sub
Yeah.
goals. We'll do
I
punishment. We can't do drinking. We're just in the pandemic anymore.
Yeah, we can't do that anymore.
You need some
whoa,
creative
wait,
ideas.
why not?
Alpha said, "Meet me at
Alf
Crossroads, guys."
volunteers. Alf volunteers.
Yeah.
Chat says word
It's
of
tribute.
warning. You listen to
Yeah,
the
who
pod, you
knows?
gotta
100
get-
subs, and I'll show you what's behind my cage.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa!
it's Terry Rozier, bro.